Alright guys, so new master came today. Honestly, all the lines on the truck look pretty dang good. Like I said in the last video, like it's got like newer calipers up front. Granted, yeah, they were new 20 years ago, but otherwise, old master, definitely leaking. I did bench bleed it, but for some reason, I mean, the front started dripping when I took the plug out, but this didn't start. But it is what it is. I'll just vacuum bleed it. Leave that loose for now. What else did we get today? I ordered, don't know where placed it. I ordered a bunch of fuel line, like 10 feet of fuel line. I had to have that electric pump. I was thinking about adding it on the frame rail, but I did order a new Carter manual small block Chevy fuel pump. I'm sure the one on the truck is fine, but I mean, honestly, with these things are like $30, might as well. I do, if the gauge is correct and it does work, there's surely a quarter tank of fuel in the truck, so I need to pump that out or siphon that out. I think what I'm going to do is, where it's disconnected to the manual fuel pump down there, hook this pump up to it and just pump out the tank what's left instead of messing around in the back. Otherwise, everything else looks pretty good. I might have to pull this drum off. Unfortunately, this brake is stuck. It'll let the truck go into gear forward, but if it's tried to be pulled backward, it just locks up. So something's wrong with the shoes in here. But once again, I did notice the wheel cylinders are like shiny in the back, and the lines on the axle are newer. The line coming back from the front of the cab to the brake hose in the rear is like shiny new still. But I also did notice, which is pretty nice, it's got brand new leaf packs, shackles, and hangers, which is pretty awesome. Frame is spotless. I didn't notice any cracks, which I did look over pretty well before I bought the truck. So that's honestly what I mainly cared about, was the frame. Everything else around it is kind of replaceable. The cab, like I said in the last video, I believe, cab is pretty rough. The rear cab mounts are like non-existent in it, but I'm not too worried about that. Square body cabs are very plentiful, and I'm hoping I can find a donor truck that has AC to add AC to this thing, because I enjoy my AC. But otherwise, I did notice the rear drive shaft. It needs a U-joint in the back, but rest of it's tight. PTO shaft, or whatever that is, going over to this guy, which I can get under there and show y'all. Hopefully it's light enough. But so first off, this bushing over here is, I can't really tell. Let's see if I can. There we go. So I don't even know how I'd begin to do that, but I mean, otherwise, that's pretty bad. Like I said, other than that, all the other U-joints look good. There is something wonky going on. I was looking at when the drive shaft was spinning, because I did start it up in gear. One nice thing, the exhaust is all brand new from 20 plus years ago, but it's got hangers. It's pretty solid, looks good. But one thing I do want to do eventually, I do want to pull these off and check the drums. Like I said, the fronts do look good. Surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, but all the e-brake stuff is deleted cable-wise, which doesn't matter because it does have a, it's not a line lock, but I'm going to get yelled at in the comments because I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like a manual. You pump the brakes, pull a lever, and it locks all the brakes up. It's pretty common in older wreckers to have. Trying to think. The tank does look good, but as I said, like the brake line going to the back, there isn't zero surface rust on it. The hose does look pretty good. It's still pliable and flexible. It's not hard, not dry rotted. The joint looks good, not all crusty in there. But yeah, but as I said, the cab mount section, might not be able to see. Sorry guys, but the rear cab mount cross member is pretty bad. Not the frame side, but the cab side is. But yeah, it's pretty dry under here. I mean, it's a very, very solid frame, which is pretty awesome. That's usually what goes on these old girls, but I mean, honestly, the worst part is just this little flaky stuff here, and it's really not even that. It's still, it's not all pitted away, done nothing, which is pretty awesome. But as I said, it's got brand new leaf packs in it on both sides, which is awesome. Shackles and hangers. And then I don't know if I can get you guys in here right now, but you can't really see in there. But you can tell the they might even actually have a newer drum on this side, but it looks like someone really went through this thing right before it was sold. Granted, there's a lot of wiring and stuff to the taillights and stuff that's got to be taken care of. I want to pop this door panel off, but if I pop that door panel off, it's going to disintegrate. I already know it. I did pull all the rear tires off. Everything came apart pretty nicely. I did notice all the rear tires are tubed. And I found this kind of weird that I've never seen it before. It's got like oval valve stem holes. I do want to pull the tubes out. I mean, like I said, these tires, they're, now that they're out, you guys better look. There is zero dry rot on these. Maybe a little bit starting, but no sidewall stuff. I feel fine running these things for a while. The fronts, on the other hand, I don't really mess around with steer tires. These things are, they're like new. They were definitely new before it was parked, but I mean, sidewall wise, it's really not bad. I haven't really got a good look in between the treads yet, but you know what, maybe I will. I don't know, not too sure yet. Like I said, I did get this master on. Just don't know why I'm not getting anything out of that rear line. But vacuum bleeder will get it when it comes time. I'm getting a little bit of bubbles out of it. I believe I'm going to I might crack a bleeder and maybe hope for the best. Let it sit overnight, or a couple hours at least, and then come back to it and see. But like I said, otherwise, I'm gonna have to get more brake fluid. I think it's the rest of the brake fluid I have. Like I said, this thing does run awesome. A couple other things I'm going to grab tomorrow is, like I said, I have a fuel line, but there is a plastic fuel filter. I don't like plastic fuel filters in engine bays. I don't run them. I will run them if I'm getting something going and I'm not pulling the tank, just to see if there's a lot of sediment and stuff in there in the tank. But Long-term drivability wise, I don't trust them. I've seen them melt, pop, and you know how it happens after that. A nice big old fireball. But need to fill the rad, see if that leaks, because I mean there's some going on, but I can braze that back together. As I said in the last video, I replaced these return lines for the Hydro Boost. Need to get an air cleaner. I do need to order a cable for the rear bed. It was to, you know, bump the idle up when you're back here. Granted, yeah, I can shove something against the pedal or, you know, make it work that way. It does work at idle, but I'm sure under a pretty good load it's not going to. But otherwise, everything bed-wise functions, which I believe I might have showed in the last video. Need to get the lights back up and the strobes back up, and I did order new taillights. And I ordered a couple new, I ordered, I believe it was just the 2 reverse lights I ordered. I'm sorry, no, I have a set of reverse lights already. I ordered new brake lights, and then I ordered also those new ones. But all the wiring is back here. I'm not sure if it's any good. It works. I have no idea what works, what doesn't. It was all disconnected. Showed in the last video. I do have the original amber strobes that were off of it. Should be putting those back on. Like I said, I still need to go through the interior. I haven't gone through the interior whatsoever yet. But yeah, I just want to say thanks, guys. I mean, this has been getting a lot of, at least in my shorts, been getting a lot of good views. And I'm going to take you along for the journey here on getting this thing to be 100% and back on the road, and to pick up future projects. Once again, I think I got all the boxes of parts for the Valiant in. I'm going to get the brakes done on this. Don't know if this one's a keeper. Not sure yet. I think I'm just going to go put tires on it. I have every single piece of the puzzle for the brakes, shoes, wheel cylinders, hoses, all the stuff to make lines, new master cylinder. I bought a bunch of stuff for the engine, just to go through it. I just want to make this a turnkey driver, you know, patch the floors up. I mean, depending how far I go, I may throw a carpet in it, because I can get that, you know, that's cheap. Throw some seat covers on it. Just make it a driver for someone as a project and sell it, to invest money into the other cars we have, or, you know, the tow truck, you know, new cab and stuff like that. But that can all come in due time. Because, like I said, I mean, I also try to buy some stuff in the summer when it's semi-cheap, because wintertime I feel like projects and cars go for a little bit more money because people are looking for things to tinker on in the winter in their garages. But I like to try to stack up some projects for the winter time, and I just don't feel like loading them in the wintertime. But then again, we'll have the tow truck that makes it a lot easier than lugging a trailer around. But tomorrow I'll be uploading another video of we'll be going through the brakes, bleeding them, probably pulling the drums off in the back, at least on the driver's side rear, and seeing why that thing is getting stuck going backwards. I'm probably just it's a shoe problem. Take it apart, maybe clean up the hardware, put it back together, replace the hardware. I believe it has a hardware kit, if it's the same as the one from my last square body, in one of my drawers. But otherwise, guys, here she is.